my name is Rod Dahl, and today I'll be telling you a little about myself. I was born on September 13, 1916. I was born in a place called Wales, which is in England. My father was Harold Dahl, and he was from Norway, which is also in England. His first wife had died, so my stepmother is Sophie Dahl, and she is also from Norway. I was named after a famous explorer whose name was also Rod, and he reached the South Pole in 1911. When I was 3 years old, my 7-year-old sister died of a certain sickness. My father died a few months later. My mother took care of 2 of her stepchildren, which used to belong to Harold, 3 of her children, and she was pregnant. I was sent to a horrible boarding school, and when it was Christmas, I went home, and we had a new car. My 21-year-old sister decided to try and drive it. We crashed, and my nose broke. World War II was starting, and I went to become a fighter pilot. I went to the squadron in the desert in North America. On the way, I crashed and I had a head injury, a swollen face, sort of blindness, and another broken nose. I kept flying after I healed. I started having back surgeries after a war. I got in the habit of writing books. The first book I wrote was called The Gremlins, a Royal Air Force story by Flight Lieutenant Rod Dahl. It was supposed to be a movie that I made with Walt Disney, but nobody liked it, so I just made a book. President Roosevelt's wife read the book to her grandchildren. She thought it was a wonderful book, and she invited me to the White House. I was married to Patricia Niels. We had 3 children, Olivia, Tessa, and Theo. When Theo was 3 months old, he was in a baby carriage and he got ran over by a taxi cab. We took him to the hospital and they didn't have any good medicine, so me and the doctor decided to try and make a better medicine. I then made the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and they made a book called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I couldn't type anymore because of my injuries, so I wrote stories in a notebook with a special kind of pencil. I wrote it in messy handwriting, and then I gave it to my secretary, and she typed it out. The thing I like about Roald Dahl is that he was a really good writer.